First things first, electrolytes. The raw scooping protein. So today's Tuesday. I have one of my most important training sessions today, which is my track session. But we have a problem. It's raining like crazy, and the issue with the track session when it rains is it's probably going to be slippery. So we need to find a solution, because I have to do that session today. I cannot move around my training. When you're doing so I do 7 training sessions now in a week, most of which aren't high intensity, so only my track session actually is my only really hard session, and then my Saturday run is moderate hard, I would say. But you just don't have the flexibility to move sessions around that much when you are running and lifting. So let's see what the weather says in over the next 2 hours, and then we'll decide. So that's the oats bowl, my breakfast. 50 grams of carbs, 30 grams of whey protein, 100 grams of banana, 13 grams of honey. So that's basically high in carbs, high in protein, and almost no fats. Some fats from the oats, but low in fats.
She spent so much time with someone. You are wrong. You end up growing up in a way that you understand the other.
So we're having lunch now first. It's 1:40 p.m. So I'm getting eggs, sweet potato, rice, and veggies. So we are finally down by the track. It's 4:30 now. I absolutely hate training at this time. Anything that is past 2 p.m. But what to do? So the session today is 4 times 2K at a 4:30 pace with a 3-minute float in between the reps around the 5:30 to a 6-minute pace. So it's not a full recovery. We're basically going for race pace intervals. So I'm looking to hit the pace between 4:25 to 4:30 and then just floating at an easy-ish pace in between, like an active recovery pace. So I'm gonna be doing a big warm-up now first, because I've been sitting for most of the day and we need to make sure that we stay injury-free. The question is, can I hit these 4 times 2K at a 4:30 or just below a 4:30 pace? That would bring me to 8K at race pace for this week, for the second week in this run. So we've got 2 big sessions that are heavy on the legs, back to back. Ideally I would have done this run in the morning to then have over 24 hours of recovery in between, but sometimes you need to be adaptable. Like, people give themselves way too much flexibility and they negotiate around with the training. Like today I had to move things around and actually train at night. So I got up at my normal time early in the morning. I was supposed to go out, was pissing down, so I did a full work day first. Actually maybe even more than 8 hours. Yeah, around 8 hours. And doing my run now at 5 p.m. This is needed sometimes. And otherwise, yeah, I'm OCD with my training. So first one done. It's tough. I mean, as expected. But 3 minutes recovery now, and then we go again. Did I manage to run all 4 reps at a 4:30? I need to check. I think the final one might have been a 4:31. That's the last pace I saw on the watch. It's getting dark already now, so heading home, showering, food ASAP. But this was definitely... So with those runs, I did 1.5k 4 times last week, and this week it's 4 times 2k at the same pace. So with running, the progressive overload, it's pretty much the same principle as with lifting, but you're not increasing the paces. Like, people sometimes think they need to be running faster every week. No, you don't. The progressive overloading happens with volume, so increasing distances, increasing reps, or even bringing down rest times. But that's essentially, for now in this first block, how I'm building up capacity to run at my target race pace. And that's essentially also how you get faster. Basically, already after the first rep, I was like, fuck, I can't do another 3 of these. It's 5 p.m, I'm tired, my legs are heavy. I feel like I'm under carbohydrated. But then I just told myself, Narisa, shut up and do it. Push through as much as you can. Unless your legs actually fall off physically, you're just not going to stop. Even if the last rep or the last 2 reps or whatever are slower, you're going to push through. You always have a choice when it gets hard, when it gets painful, when you're on the edge of, falling off. You can lean in, push through, or you can tap out and just say, nah, it's too hard today. Don't want to do it anymore. My legs are in pain. So it's Wednesday morning now. We're having the coffee. So feeling definitely more fatigued, but quite recovered, I would say. Got an extra bowl of carbs in last night. Vietnamese pho, chicken pho. So protein, carbs. And I'm now gonna work and then hit the gym and do a leg session. One of my clients also had an insane win. She's become a machine. She got featured in a magazine for her career, so we've been working together for over 1.5 years now. We're coming up to 2 years in this summer, and she's made a massive change. Like, physically insane, like really insane. She's crushing it. Like, obviously career-wise, she was already in a good spot before, but she's just taken things up a level. She's gone from, as I would say, good to great. And she's basically said how, like, her fitness, her transformation, her, like, raising her standards in her personal life, her training, her personal progress, how much that has impacted all of the other areas in her life, especially professionally as well, and personally, of course, as well. Pre-training meal, oats, whey, apple, to get the carbs in before we go and train legs. Into the Bulgarians for the main sets now. So 3 sets. The goal is to stay on the 22.5 kgs that I used last week. I did 11 reps on that weight. So I'm going to be increasing my reps this week and progressively overload on the reps instead of the weight. So with single leg movements, you still want to take a rest between the sets.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I'd take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire. 7 days, drop it like.
I'm going to do the same for the front squat. So lastly, I'm not increasing the weight. The progressive overload just happens through increasing the reps, because sometimes people, they increase the weight, but their reps drop significantly. And then when you look at the overall volume, they're actually not progressively overloaded anymore. So for example, if you're doing 50 kg and you get 10 reps in, you're lifting overall 500 kg in volume, because you're doing the 50 kg times 10. When someone then says, okay, I'm going to increase my weight to whatever, 60 kg, for example, but they then only get, let's say, 8 reps in total, they're actually only lifting 480 kg, so their volume has dropped. So yes, of course, you want to be aiming to increase your load over the weeks in terms of the weight that you're lifting, but you need to look at the overall load, at the overall volume that should be going up. Ego lifting, and they think, oh my god, I'm lifting so heavy, I'm lifting whatever, 200 kg on the leg press, but the range of motion is shit. They don't get volume in because they can barely do 6 reps, and they would be much better off dropping their ego, dropping the weight, and actually getting a proper setting, proper load, and proper form. So we've got the 2 biggest or heaviest sessions on the legs done. Track session yesterday, where I was hanging by a thread and just about managed to hit my race pace in all 4 reps. The last one was a close call. I was just on 430. And then the leg session today, which was great as well. So obviously, in the half marathon prep right now, my lower volume isn't actually that high. So today I did Bulgarian split squats, 3 sets, then front squats, 2 sets only, 2 sets of Bulgarian RDLs, 2 sets of calf raises, standing calf raises, some core work, and then 2 sets of hamstring curls. So my lower volume isn't massive. So 6 lifts, and then obviously in my full body session on Monday, I'm also hitting legs. So I'm doing RDLs, lunges, so getting some quad volume in, hamstring volume, glute volume. But overall in total, for in this half marathon prep, my lower body volume is actually more geared towards maintenance. So in a half prep, and when you're in a deficit and you already have some years of training experience, you're, in my case now, running quite a lot in the week, you're not going to build muscle during that period. So my primary goal, because I already carry a decent amount of muscle mass, I've been lifting for way longer than I've been running. I've spent time previously in various phases really focusing on building muscle, my lifting, my strength. So right now, over the next couple of months, the goal for me with my lower body is to maintain the muscle that I have. And I think that is very easily doable, even when you're prepping for bigger running events or you're running a lot. Now, obviously, if someone wants to build, like they really want to efficiently build muscle and just focus on the physique, maybe they carry more body fat, they carry a lower amount of muscle mass, then I would not recommend for them to drop in a half marathon prep as well, where they're going to be running 40-50k a week. So you always just need to know what is your primary goal. So I don't know why the clip cut off there, but obviously know what your tangible goal is. And if you're not losing fat, so your scale weight coming down or building muscle, your scale weight going up, or you're running faster and improving your fitness or prepping for an event, you're highly likely wasting precious time and effort and just going through the motions with training.